Now in Good Morning Northwest, in just hours, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students will be in an Idaho courtroom. What we can expect to learn about the Bryan Kohberger case.
Sunshine today and Friday, then the wet weather moves in. But what kind of precipitation will it be? We'll try to answer that coming up.
And as President-elect Donald Trump begins building his team, Kamala Harris concedes and calls him this morning what we know about that phone call. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Thursday, November 7th. Welcome to it. We've got a cold start to our morning here. Let's start things off with Mark Peterson and a look at our first lit forecast.
Yeah, these temperatures we currently have are below average. 32 is a normal 30-year average for an overnight low this time of year. 28 into the West Plains, 25 into Coeur d'Alene. So yeah, it's chilly. There's no doubt about it. Taking a look at the 4 things that you need to know. Today's going to have lots of sunshine, a lot like yesterday. Clear, cold nights for not only again overnight this morning, but again tomorrow. The weekend rain that's moving in, but that is going to mean mountain snows and heavy mountain snows. So look at the forecast radar throughout today and into tomorrow. A few thin clouds, that's going to be it. Friday's looking to be very nice, dry. Temperatures are going to continue to be about average, above average actually, at 51. And then we're going to see that chance of rain coming in really Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening for us as it loads in because things are going to be relatively dry. We're sitting at 28 into Deer Park, 31 into Liberty Lake, and of course the cooler temperatures. Hayden, you're at 25 degrees this morning, 23 in Spirit Lake. We look at our forecast to be very sunny. Winds are going to be very light, and our high today, 46 degrees.
Mark, thanks. Attorneys for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students wants to remove the death penalty as punishment if he's convicted.
Today, a judge will hear arguments on the matter in Boise. Allison Martinez live in studio, bringing us up to speed before today's hearing. Allison?
Kohberger is charged with killing Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle at a home steps away from the University of Idaho campus in 2022. The case has drawn global interest from the beginning of the 7-week-long manhunt that led up to his arrest. During the summer, Kohberger's trial was moved out of Latah County, where the quadruple murder took place, and into Boise in Ada County. This decision was made as an effort to reach a more unbiased jury. The trial will start in June of next year, but in the meantime, Bryan Kohberger's defense is challenging the death penalty, saying it's a potentially cruel or unusual punishment. To the victims' families' frustration, progress on this case has been slowed by multiple pretrial motions. These relate to not only the death penalty, but a gag order, the use of investigative genetic genealogy, and Kohberger's proposed alibi. Today's hearing on whether or not the death penalty will be a possibility for Kohberger will be live streamed on KXLY Plus starting at 8 o'clock this morning. Coming up in 30 minutes, I'll break down the specifics of what's at stake. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks so much. 3 of the 4 Washington initiatives on your ballot are on track to fail.
Now, millions have been poured both into and against these initiatives. The group backing them says they're ready to fight back. Of the 3 on track to fail, Brian Haywood, founder of Let's Go Washington, says he's the most aggravated about 2117. Now, that would repeal the Climate Commitment Act, which was designed to cap and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But critics of the Climate Commitment Act, like Let's Go Washington, argued it created a hidden gas and energy tax that drives up living costs.
I'm certainly not done fighting. There's a couple of things that have shifted, right? This was like an onerous tax on average citizens and I think an anti-business sentiment that's not healthy for the state.
Now, the other initiatives on track to fail are 2109, which would have repealed the state capital gains tax, and 2124, which sought to change Washington's long-term care insurance rules. But Initiative 2066, upholding access to natural gas, is on track to pass, ensuring continued access to natural gas. Despite these results, Let's Go Washington believes it is making progress.
Proposition 1 looks to be passing in the city of Spokane. The community safety sales tax would allocate funding to the Spokane Police and Fire Departments, the municipal courts, and the Office of Ombuds. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown, who supported the proposition, says she is happy to see results.
We were really happy with the strong showing for the community safety proposal, and it's going to help us move forward for first responders, for the court, and for the Office of Police Ombuds.
The community safety sales tax would cost $1 for every $1,000 spent by both residents and visitors. The city says it'll start collecting that tax April 1st.
Well, Donald Trump is headed back to the White House.
ABC reported that Trump defeated Kamala Harris with 295 electoral votes. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. And Hannah, Trump took a call from Harris. Do we know what was said?
Vice President Kamala Harris said she called to congratulate President-elect Donald Trump. Harris assured Trump that she wanted a peaceful transfer of power.
I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
But yesterday, the country's division was on full display as Harris addressed her supporters and the nation at her alma mater of Howard University, where she conceded.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
A spokesman for Trump said he acknowledged Harris on her strength, professionalism, and tenacity throughout the campaign. Meanwhile, many Democratic leaders saw the election results as a test of their policies and ideas.
We got to do some soul searching. We're getting a message from a lot of people that we're not hearing them. And I hope we take the time to do the soul searching we have to do.
However, many Republicans viewed election night as a major party win.
The American people overwhelmingly chose to turn the page on the failed policies of this administration on the economy, on the border, and on foreign policy.
This morning at 8 o'clock Pacific time, President Joe Biden is set to address the nation. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. And leaders from around the world are congratulating Donald Trump on retaking the White House. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the win impressive. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying your historic return to the White House offers a new beginning for America, adding this is a huge victory. Now, the UK Prime Minister congratulated Trump, stressing that strong relations between the U.S. and the UK are crucial.
As the closest of allies, the UK and US will continue to work together to protect our shared values of freedom and democracy.
Leaders are also bracing for what another Trump term could mean after he's made threats to end military aid to Ukraine and withdraw U.S. support for NATO allies who don't spend enough on defense. Trump has repeatedly said he'd end the war in Ukraine within 24 hours if he's reelected. The Kremlin spokesperson saying he's not aware if Russian President Vladimir Putin plans to congratulate Trump, calling the U.S. an unfriendly country. Your Good Morning Northwest time is about 6:08.
And it is a chilly start to your Thursday morning.
Yeah, we're going to see another chilly start for Friday morning. It's going to be clear, dry again. But then the overnight lows warm up to well above freezing, and then the rain moves in. So no winter weather for Spokane yet, but the mountains, oh yeah, we're going to see it.
Your family's favorite breakfast cereals in the crosshairs. Coming up, why the man already tapped to lead the Trump administration's Health and Human Services team is targeting cereal.
And how are you feeling post-election? We take that question to the streets of Spokane and hear from an expert about how to deal with all the feels when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Walker's Furniture is celebrating Veterans Day this week at all locations with some of the biggest store-wide savings of the year, including a double sales tax discount or no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for up to 5 years.
Living rooms to bedrooms, dining sets to mattresses. Save big and make your home a space that everyone can enjoy.
And with a double sales tax discount, it's the perfect time to get your home ready for the holidays.
During the Veterans Day sale at Walker's.
Discover the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester at Parker Subaru.
Built with quality engineering, advanced safety, and off-road capabilities, the Forester remains one of Motor Trend's top-ranked compact SUVs. Drive with confidence in any weather with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Make parking a breeze with the 360-degree surround view monitor. The 2025 Subaru Forester, ready for any adventure.
See the all-new Subaru Forester at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Boating, skiing, we've got it all in the Northwest, thanks to 4 full seasons. But that wide temperature range also makes it difficult and expensive to stay comfortable year-round. That's where the experts at Bill's Heating and AC come in. Right now, they're including a free tankless water heater with every heating and cooling system. With a new heat pump and tankless water heater, you'll save money and stay comfortable year-round. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make living in the Northwest even better.
Babe, the dryer is still not working. What are we going to do with the holidays coming?
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Black Friday super sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Like this GE front-load washer and dryer for only $6.99 each. These high-efficiency machines offer advanced features like steam cleaning and quick wash settings, making laundry less chore and more of a breeze. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Over 20 million fans have made Trans-Siberian Orchestra their holiday tradition. Bring the whole family and make it part of yours. The Lost Christmas Eve live in concert. Friday, November 22nd, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. The return of Trans-Siberian Orchestras. The Lost Christmas Eve. Produced by Live Nation.
Save your greed!
It is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Robert Kennedy Jr. is poised to step in as Secretary of Health and Human Services in the upcoming Donald Trump administration.
One of the first items on his list is ridding popular cereals of what he calls harmful chemicals. RFK has concerns about processed foods echoed by protesters who recently gathered outside of Kellogg's demanding artificial dyes be removed from their cereals. RFK has also pushed to remove fluoride from drinking water. And although he's a vaccine skeptic, he said yesterday he will not take away anyone's vaccines.
Car makers can expect new tariffs on foreign imports when Donald Trump returns to office in January. The auto industry is also bracing for a reversal of policies supporting electric vehicles, including EPA rules and tax breaks. Tesla shares were up nearly 15% yesterday. Investors betting on benefits from CEO Elon Musk's close ties with Trump. South Korea's trade chief said he expects companies there to invest more in the U.S. if tariffs rise.
Well, good morning. Your 10-second takeaway. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be mild. It's going to be a great day, but it's a chilly start. So grab a jacket as you head out. Sunglasses for the bright sun until 4:23. 46 the high today.
In Spokane County, just more than 50% of people voted for Donald Trump. So while half the county is feeling happy or excited, the other half may have feelings of post-election anxiety. From attack ads to ballot drop boxes being set on fire in both southwestern Washington and Oregon, this election season has been heavy. But now that we know the results, some people are starting to feel a flood of emotions. 4 News Now set up a whiteboard in downtown Spokane, asking people how they felt post-election day. Some wrote they were happy. Others told us they felt sad. Some even wrote that they were scared. One local mental health professional said right now it's important to allow yourself to just feel all your emotions.
Whatever it is you're feeling, whether you're stressed or fearful or happy or maybe both, right? It's okay to feel multiple ways about one thing, and just trying to figure out how to just let yourself have those feelings and then eventually try to communicate them with someone who you trust.
Now, Caitlin Hill, who you just heard from there, said at this time it's also important that we practice empathy with one another, which I think can relate to a lot of situations.
Absolutely.
Just have an empathy. Your Good Morning Northwest time is 6:13.
While our wildfire season is wrapping up, California's is apparently ramping up. Just ahead, how Santa Ana winds whipped up a fire that is driving people from their towns and destroying homes and property.
Well, it's a cold start to our morning here. We're taking a live look outside the pavilion this morning, and you'll definitely want to bundle up those kids. If they don't have a warm winter coat already, we'll tell you how they can get one. We're talking coats for kids distribution. That's coming up right after this break.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
This Veterans Day weekend at More Furniture, you get the freedom of choice. Right now, pay no interest until 2026 and get your choice of offers. Free white glove delivery of your purchase, or we'll pay the sales tax. Either choice, pay no money down and absolutely no interest until January 2026. Plus, with delivery of your purchase, we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. This holiday weekend, it's your freedom of choice. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
Mannheim
Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis, celebrating the holiday spirit for over 35 years.
November 21st at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Just 17 years old, kidnapped, abused, and terrorized, and her family paid for it. A local survivor is sharing her story to expose the billion-dollar industry that fools parents and leaves kids scarred for life. Tonight, only on 4 News Now.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza.
I work late shifts. Car Wash Plaza is open 24/7. That works for me.
I feel safe. It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
Strong water jets cover everything. The roof, the sides, even the undercarriage.
The central dog wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
It's easy at Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Mississauga Casino Hotel is open north of Spokane on Highway 395. Stay with us, relax and rejuvenate while taking advantage of our amazing amenities, including a restaurant and lounge. Our coffee corner is open daily at 5:30 a.m. Mississauga Casino Hotel is the perfect spot to book your next special event. We have a 4,000 square foot event center and an exceptional team ready to help you host your event. We invite you to stay and play. Make your reservations now at Mississauga.com.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Our time is 6:17. A California wildfire is moving dangerously fast.
Fire officials say it's consuming homes as it burns out of control. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
Overnight, the race to rescue and evacuate as a dangerous and fast-moving fire burns dozens of homes in Southern California.
Do what you need to do to save lives.
In Ventura County, firefighters battling the so-called mountain fire, sparking yesterday morning, taking just hours to devastate the city of Camarillo. The fire leaving a glowing trail of destruction visible from the sky, each of those glowing dots a home in flames.
The winds, they're just pushing so fast throughout these communities. It is threatening so many people. There are mandatory evacuations underway, and the threat here is not over yet.
The fire, fueled by dry conditions and Santa Ana winds gusting to 80 miles per hour, quickly spreading to more than 14,000 acres.
Every firefighter in the region, every law enforcement agency available, every helicopter, every fixed-wing aircraft, everything we've been able to get a hold of is here fighting this fire.
Dude, look at you. Your shirt is singed.
Moore Park, this man and his son racing to save homes in their neighborhood using nothing more than a garden hose and shovel.
But it was enough to give us, to stop the fire from, well, it's so windy, blowing the fire like crazy.
So homes have been lost up here.
Oh, yeah. There's 15 on fire, they say, on this side of the street.
Meanwhile, officials were able to partially contain this fire in Malibu, threatening multi-million-dollar properties. Crews battling the fire from the ground as choppers dropped water on top of them. The fire burning all the way to the Pacific. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Just our thoughts with a lot of people out there in California.
Including our own Allison Martinez's family. We're sending them so much love.
So much.
Oh, we have a lot of coats available for your children to pick out at a Coats for Kids distribution site near you. 4 News Now wants to ensure that every child has a good, warm winter coat to keep them warm once those temperatures get really, really low. And you can take out your phone right now. Scan this QR code with your camera. It'll take you to the Coats for Kids page on our website, where you can see when and where those distribution locations are open. Now, over the last 39 years, Coats for Kids has distributed more than 400,000 coats, and it is all thanks to your generous donations.
So 39 years, amazing. And if you didn't quite get the QR code, it's also on our website. If you go to kxly.com/coats4kids, the number 4 there, has all the information there for you.
And we are needing those coats. It's cold this morning.
Well, we've changed the season, and certainly it's here, so we really need to just embrace it with a big warm hug. All right, 46 degrees, sunny and mild today. Winds are going to be light tonight. It's going to be another cold one. We're going to have clear and cold weather, the potential for some freezing fog out there. 28 for the overnight low. Now, here's how we're going to get there. We're going to see the clouds and the rain showers that are building to the west, slowly making their way towards us. But right now, a few variable clouds is all we're expecting by, again, later on today. Dinner time, we're looking really good. We're going to see a few clouds coming across. That holds a little bit of heat in. And then we're going to see another dry evening on Friday. So, yeah, the back porch, getting the leaves off, cleaned off. You can still hang out there for a little bit with a sweater or a jacket. We do have the rain that's expected to come in. That's going to be for Saturday afternoon, overnight into Sunday. And we're going to have wet weather that then moves in and sticks around for a while. 46 will be our high today, 50 into Ritzville. Heading up Omak, you're at 52, 51 the Tri-Cities, mid-50s for Lewiston. All of that dry, winds light, really looking nice. So our planning forecast, we're planning on 50s for Friday. Yay, 51 degrees, sunny, beautiful. But then we see Saturday, a high of 47 with rain coming in, mountain snows coming in Saturday night into Sunday. But our overnight lows are well above freezing, so we're not going to see snow here. But at about 3,500 feet, 4,000 feet, yeah, the base of Mount Spokane, it's possible. So that's what we've got for you.
All right, soak up the 50s while you can tomorrow.
Wow, it is now 6:21.
Well, the first official college football playoff rankings were released earlier this week. And while WSU is currently on the outside looking in for this brand new 12-team playoff, there's still a chance for them. We'll tell you how big that chance actually is. That's coming up next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
What do I love about Move Fitness? I love that there's a variety of fun group classes all day long. Definitely the equipment. They have so many different machines, and you get it all for about $1 a day. There really is no other gym that compares.
Just 17 years old, kidnapped, abused, and terrorized, and her family paid for it. A local survivor is sharing her story to expose the billion-dollar industry that fools parents and leaves kids scarred for life. Tonight, only on 4 News Now.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 RAV4 for just $309 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
After almost 30 years, Davis Furniture has now become Action Business Furniture. They have 3 locations statewide to serve you: Tacoma, Olympia, and now their new store in the Spokane Valley. Their new location on the corner of Park and Sprague has over 15,000 square feet of new and pre-owned office furniture for your business. So whether you're just starting or upgrading your business environment, ABF has it all. From functional to fabulous, they've got what you're looking for. Visit Action Business Furniture, affordable furniture for today's office.
A small chance, but it's not impossible for the Washington State Cougars to get to the first ever 12-team college football playoff. 5 conference champions earn an automatic bid. The Big Ten, Big 12, SEC, and ACC champions will be the first 4 seeds. The final conference champion spot goes to a group of 5 team. For example, Boise State could earn the bid if they win the Mountain West. With the Cougs playing as a part of a broken Pac-12 conference, they aren't eligible for a conference championship bid this year or next year. They can only be selected in one of the 7 at-large spots. Tuesday, the first CFP projection was released. The Cougars lock in at number 21, but not surprisingly, missed the playoffs as of now. If the Cougars win out the last 4 games of their season, ESPN gives them a 34% chance of making the playoffs. Washington State is competing against the remaining schools that didn't win the conference championship, plus independent Notre Dame for the final 7 playoff spots. And it means WSU needs to find themselves within the top 12 teams in the country. So even if they finish with only 1 loss this season, WSU will rely on the results of other games around the country to help propel their own chances. The only thing Jake Dickert wants to focus on are the guys wearing the Cougar logo.
I'll just stay in the moment and control what we can control. There's going to be a lot of things as we go through the finish line that we cannot control, and it deserves 0 of our attention. You know, I'm not going to stand up here politicking for anything. Like, we need to go out there and execute better to win football games.
Execution is a must these last 4 weeks. WSU needs to win big against smaller Mountain West schools for a shot at the bigger teams. Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
And we'll see if they can get it done.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Go Cougs.
It is now 6:26.
Well, today there's a big hearing for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students. Could the death penalty come off the table? Allison Martinez is live in studio.
Kohberger's defense is arguing that the death penalty is unconstitutional. More on their arguments coming up.
Plus, Donald Trump starting to lay the framework of what he wants to accomplish right away when he takes office again in January. What he says are his day 1 tasks. And as we send you to a commercial break, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a holiday shopping alert. Some of the biggest retailers cracking down on online returns.
When you see customers return their items at a high frequency, this becomes concerning.
Outdoor retailer REI confirming that some frequent returners will be banned from any exchanges or returns. Come with me and you'll be. This on the heels of Target announcing a new right to refuse refunds and exchanges if they suspect fraud, and Amazon, who in June tacked on a processing fee to items that have a high return rate.
Customers shouldn't be concerned, but they should be diligent about what they are buying.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you how to be aware of these new rules while still checking off that holiday shopping list. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's a new season of Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
Northwest winters can be rough. Make sure your tires are up for the challenge.
Perfection Tire has you covered with top brands, price match guarantees, and the best warranties.
Be ready for whatever winter throws your way. Nobody beats perfection.
Who isn't looking for extra ways to save some money these days, right? I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my Ascend checking account. It's a free account that offers 3.5% of your average monthly balance. That can feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but it also has all the best features of a checking account. What's not to love?
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
It's a 4-day four-wheel drive sale at both Cal locations. As Cal loads up the lot with tough, loaded SUVs and trucks, and for 4 days only drops their prices by $400.
Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
And $44 down is all you need.
When you live in the Pacific Northwest, then you better own a four-wheel drive.
And today through this Monday, it's the best time to get a new four-wheel drive at Cal.
Freezing temperatures can take a toll on your vehicle.
At Perfection Tire, you can trust our certified technicians for efficient and reliable winter service. Be safe and prepared when freezing temperatures hit.
Winterproof your ride today. Nobody beats perfection.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Today is Thursday, November 7th. Let's get you started with our forecast. And Mark, and boy, chilly start.
Yeah, we've got a crisp start out there, no doubt about it. And we take a look over into areas around Coeur d'Alene. While we did have the opportunity, like yesterday, to have that patchy freezing fog, we don't see it really in any big pieces here. 25 degrees, and again, a clear sky there. We've got a clear sky, 28 degrees. We could get down to 27, maybe even 26, but really, we're going to begin warming here in an hour or two. Lots of sunshine today, and the 4 things that we want you to know about. Clear and cold tonight. Then we warm up with weekend rain, but we'll see mountain snow coming in. So if you're going to be traveling over the passes Saturday night, Sunday, you're going to find some winter driving. For us, it's just going to be wet driving. And right now, it's clear, it's cold, 30 into the valley, 28 up into Deer Park. In fact, that's our current condition in the West Plains at 28 degrees. Radar and satellite. Well, there's nothing for the radar to pick up. It's dry statewide. We see that into Idaho and also Montana that did pick up some light snow yesterday, but it's all moved out and everybody dries for today and again tomorrow. Then another round of that rain coming in for the weekend. For today, plenty of sunshine. My voice gets loud always. 46 at about 2 o'clock, and then it cools off quickly after that sun sets.
Mark, thanks. Attorneys for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students want the possibility of the death penalty taken off the table.
This morning, a judge will hear arguments on the matter in Boise, and Allison Martinez is live in studio this morning to explain what's at stake in today's hearing. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. Bryan Kohberger's defense is challenging the death penalty, saying it's a potentially cruel and unusual punishment. They say that the grounds for issuing the death penalty are outdated and unconstitutional. Kohberger is charged with killing Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle at an off-campus home in 2022. If he's convicted, the court will enter the death penalty phase, where both sides will argue to a jury whether Kohberger should receive the death penalty or life in prison. The prosecution must prove aggravating factors to justify the death penalty. Kohberger's defense has written arguments for several of those factors, saying they should not be presented in front of a jury. In Idaho, only 26 people have been executed since the state introduced capital punishment almost 2 centuries ago. The death penalty is now carried out by lethal injection. But last year, the state passed a law that allowed a firing squad if lethal injection drugs are not available. The hearing is scheduled for 8 a.m. Pacific time. You can follow along by watching our live stream on KXLY+. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
A federal judge in Idaho has paused the execution of the state's longest-serving death row inmate. The state planned to execute Thomas Creech next Wednesday. He was originally given the death penalty for a string of murders in the 70s and 80s. Creech survived an execution attempt in February as the execution team was not able to establish an IV line to deliver the lethal chemicals. Creech's legal team appealed the death sentence at both the state and federal levels, citing the execution would qualify as cruel and unusual punishment. The state denied all of those appeals, saying Creech cannot prove that his constitutional rights are being violated. A federal judge delayed the case, saying he needs time to consider whether Creech's rights are being violated. With Donald Trump winning the presidency, he is the first president since Grover Cleveland to be voted out of office and then voted back in.
Sources telling ABC News his team is starting to vet potential candidates for his cabinet. Hannah joins the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, how many positions are Trump and his team working to fill right now?
President-elect Donald Trump and his team are working to fill about 4,000 government positions and 1,200 requiring Senate confirmation. Sources tell ABC News some meetings for Trump's cabinet were attended by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Trump said that Kennedy would have control of the public health system. But sources also say Trump is preparing a list of executive actions he could take on day one. He has pledged to bring down inflation, impose tariffs on foreign goods, and conduct the largest mass deportation in American history.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future.
However, for many Americans, Trump's civil and criminal cases are still top of mind. Trump said he plans to fire special counsel Jack Smith, which would bring an end to those cases. Later this month, Trump is still scheduled to be sentenced for his conviction, but the judge has a deadline of November 12th to decide whether to wipe away the conviction, and that's due to the Supreme Court's decision on presidential immunity. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, on Tuesday, 7 states voted to cement reproductive rights into their state constitutions. Measures to protect abortion access in Arizona, Colorado, New York, Maryland, Missouri, Montana, and Nevada are still projected to pass. In New York, Colorado, and Maryland, where abortion is legal at least up to the point of viability, the measures would maintain current abortion access. In Missouri, the amendment would remarkably expand access to abortion, which is currently banned with no exceptions for rape or incest. In Arizona, the amendment is expected to overturn the state's ban on abortions 15 weeks into pregnancy. Meanwhile, abortion measures in Florida and South Dakota failed. Florida's 6-week ban will remain in place, and in South Dakota, they will keep its law banning abortions with no exceptions for rape and incest.
Right now, the race is still too close to call on who will represent Spokane County's 5th District on the Board of Commissioners. That seat represents the area shaded you see here in blue, which includes Cheney, Airway Heights, and Medical Lake. We are still waiting on updated numbers, but as of right now, there's only a 2-point difference between incumbent Al French and challenger Molly Marshall. It's a very tight race. We will keep you updated again when the next round of results are released. Good morning, Northwest Time, 6:37.
Checking in with Mark here as you're heading out the door, getting those kids all bundled up. I definitely needed my jacket this morning.
Yeah, everybody does. There was a little scraping going on earlier today, too. A little frosty start.
Frosty.
Temperatures into the 20s as you get ready. It's going to be probably 30, 31 degrees when the kids go out there to wait for the bus. So make sure you and they are dressed appropriately.
Still to come on Good Morning Northwest, supporting arts in the Lilac City, Mayor Brown's latest proposal and how she says it'll benefit Spokane.
Plus, it's almost time for frozen soup dumplings and cookie butter in Coeur d'Alene. The latest update on Trader Joe's newest location and when it could be opening its doors. That's next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
For over 20 years, Snow's Auto has been selling all the best brands at the guaranteed best prices in Spokane. And to celebrate this year's 20th anniversary sale, you can get 20% off all amps, speakers, and subwoofers, 20% off truck and Jeep lifts, 20% off remote starts, and 20% off window tints. Plus, up to 60% off last year model clearance items. So if you want nice upgrades at big anniversary savings, hurry down to Snow's Auto today.
Over 20 million fans have made Trans-Siberian Orchestra their holiday tradition. Bring the whole family and make it part of yours. The Lost Christmas Eve live in concert. Friday, November 22nd, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. The return of Trans-Siberian Orchestras. The Lost Christmas Eve. Produced by Live Nation.
Dear unbreakable spirit,
When the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $269 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Looks like this will be your last year with season tickets, huh? Let's iron out this big mess.
I'm calling the swap team.
At Craig Swap and Associates, we want to make sure that you're really winning.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:40. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown announcing plans to form the Office of Arts and Culture. Brown says that both representatives of Spokane Arts, the Arts Commission, and her administration will be working together to create a more vibrant art community in Spokane through programming and grants that support local artists.
Arts and culture are so significant to our city, and this move will give us the opportunity to really double down on our support for the creative economy and the creative people in our region.
Now, Mayor Brown says that she intends to name Skylar Obrist, the current executive director of Spokane Arts, as the office director. The city and Spokane Arts have agreed upon a 6-month contract that will start on January 1st.
Very cool. All right, here is a cool 10-second takeaway. Going to be sunny and mild today. Yeah, you'll still need a warm layer. It's 28 degrees out there right now. Sunglasses, too. The sun's out. 46 will be our high today.
Well, the excitement in Coeur d'Alene is beginning to grow. It is happening. Trader Joe's is coming to the Lake City. Take a look. The sign on the building is there. The sign along the road is installed, so there's no turning back now. Construction crews are putting the finishing touches on the building that used to be Runge's Furniture. Runge's is still on the east side of the building. Trader Joe's will be on the west side. We'll let you know when it's set to open, which should be in the coming weeks, we are told.
So, fun fact about Robin, she's never been to a Trader Joe's. Sorry, I'm outing your secret. So if you have any recommendations for Trader Joe's stuff, because we're gonna get her to go.
I'm doing it.
Send your favorites.
I'm overwhelmed now.
That's
just hearing so many great things about it.
Fair. We're building it up, but I know you won't be disappointed.
It's now 6:42.
New overnight, a plea deal may be back on the table for the alleged 9/11 mastermind. The latest breaking details that's coming up right on the other side of this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Walker's Furniture is celebrating Veterans Day this week at all locations with some of the biggest store-wide savings of the year, including a double sales tax discount or no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for up to 5 years.
Living rooms to bedrooms, dining sets to mattresses. Save big and make your home a space that everyone can enjoy.
And with a double sales tax discount, it's the perfect time to get your home ready for the holidays.
During the Veterans Day sale at Walker's.
My name is Steven, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had a large tumor in my left lung in November of 2018. We went through in 2020 doing a lot of end-of-life planning. Summit was very aggressive in my treatment of diagnosis. Since then, with my recovery, we're doing a lot of life events. I love the people there. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center. My wife calls it a miracle.
In celebration of Veterans Day, 4 News Now and BECU would like to honor those who've served our country. Go to KXLY.com, submit a photo and a short write-up on a veteran or military member. 4 News Now, honoring our heroes. Brought to you by BECU.
This is Monster Jam. As big as it gets. Coming to Spokane Arena this weekend. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Great Clips. Tickets on sale now. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
You know,
There's millions of people without the health insurance they need.
I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it.
You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance. We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices.
Nice.
That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Welcome back. It is 6:45. A story breaking overnight. A plea deal for the alleged mastermind of 9/11 and his 2 co-defendants is apparently back on the table. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
This morning, a controversial deal that would spare alleged September 11th terrorist Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 2 co-defendants the death penalty is back in play. A military judge has ruled the plea agreements are valid. That contradicts an order from Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, who over the summer threw out the deals. When news first surfaced of the plea deal offers, many lawmakers were outraged, as were many families of 9/11 victims.
The government is failing us.
Dan Dialara lost his brother John in the World Trade Center, and like many others, wants the defendants to face a trial and the death penalty.
To take it off the table now, a lot of people are outraged.
The deals were first approved by the military official overseeing the war court at Guantanamo Bay. U.S. authorities say Mohammed came up with the idea to use planes as weapons and helped Osama bin Laden plan the hijackings. Mohammed was captured in 2003 and was subjected to waterboarding and other torture in CIA custody, those tactics causing more than a decade of delays in his trial. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
If someone came into your house while you were sleeping, took you out of your bed and forced you to go with them, you might consider that kidnapping. But for thousands of kids across the U.S. and here in the Inland Northwest, that's reality as they're taken to youth residential treatment programs for troubled teens paid for by their own parents. Their programs marketed as a way to fix or help teens with depression or behavior troubles. Some people who come out on the other side say it's actually causing more harm than good. Melanie Brennan, who grew up in Spokane, stayed at one of these programs for 2 years. I sat down with her to learn her story of abuse.
To see such young kids being treated and told that they were bad kids and liars and manipulators and nobody loves you every single day, when you hear that, you're like, I'm already depressed. Why are you telling me this isn't helping?
Melanie hopes her story will serve as an example of the long-term effects these programs have, as a new bill is hoping to demand more financial oversight and regulations at these facilities. See how one of our local lawmakers could hold the key to this bill's success, plus the celebrity using her massive platform to raise awareness. That's in my special report. It's coming up tonight on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Wow. Really looking forward to that story.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
impactful. All right, let's get you on over to Mark with a look at our temperatures. Cold this morning.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Waking up temperatures into the upper 20s and around 30 degrees into the valley. We got 30 over into Post Falls, 25 though into Hayden. Yeah, it's chilly. We're going to see sunshine today, and we're going to continue to have sunny conditions. But at 10 o'clock, maybe 36 degrees. We're going to be in the mid 40s for 1 and 2 o'clock. That's going to be the heat of the day at 46. And then we're going to see things get cold overnight as the sun sets. Temperatures into the 30s at 6 and 7 o'clock. Overnight lows down to 25 degrees. Nationally, got a couple quick things to talk about. First of all, the Southern Rockies getting hammered. They've got a lot of snow into areas in New Mexico and up into areas of Colorado, including the lowlands into eastern Colorado. But it's Rafael coming up by Florida that's really caught everyone's attention. That continues to make its way up. It looks like it's going to take a turn to the northwest, but it is impacting areas of Tampa south with, again, storm surge, heavy winds, and some brief heavy rain showers. For the Pacific Northwest, we will see, again, weak ridge of high pressure today, tomorrow. not allowing much in. We're going to see a few high thin clouds. That's going to be it. This takes us through Friday evening. Now, Saturday, we start to see the impact into the higher elevations. It'll be snow along the top range of the Cascades. We're going to see rain coming in late afternoon, and it's going to hang out Saturday night into Sunday. We'll get some dry periods there for today and tomorrow. This is really what we're looking at. Temperatures into the mid-40s, a little warmer Friday. 50 into Pullman. If you're heading to the Tri-Cities, low 50s there. We'll have low 50s on Friday. Then it's going to be mid 40s all the way through the weekend with rainy conditions all the way into the middle of next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Mark. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:49.
Your morning sprint's coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Thursday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Old World Christmas has an early gift for you. Right now, their spectacular glass holiday collectibles are priced at below wholesale in their outlet store, 4005 East Main between Freya and Havana. Come celebrate the savings now at Old World Christmas.
With holidays right around the corner, Ironstone Furniture and Fire is offering discounts on all in-stock dining sets, along with simplicity, indulgence, and endless possibilities. So, when you're looking for dining at its best, visit Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
It all began, I was in the HVAC business, or I was working for a guy, and I just wasn't really making ends meet, and I always wanted to start my own business like my dad did. I had a red Volkswagen Rabbit. It was a family grocery getter, if you want to call it. I loaded up some tools, I got licensed, had some insurance, and I said, hey, I'm going to start a business in it. So I went down and I knocked on every door on the business, gave them my card. I really got my first job at this Chinese restaurant, and I figured I could make enough money to buy these tools. And it was very exciting to have a customer. It was a blessing, and I just gave them my very best. People didn't realize that it was just me, and I was a one-man show. And giving them that personal care that people always want. I felt blessed that they liked me enough to refer my name to somebody else. Kind of in a way, that's how I got started, but a lot of it is going out, talking to people, and you got to knock on doors. And that's the way it was done in the olden days.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Beautiful glass holiday ornaments made in the tradition of Old World artisans are now priced below wholesale at Old World Christmas, 4005 East Main, Sunday through Friday 11 to 3, Saturdays 10 to 4. Come celebrate the savings now at Old World Christmas.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Good morning. It is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Thursday with the morning sprint. Mark Peterson has details on a clear and cool night ahead.
And Rob and Hannah Joy is in studio with updates as President-elect Donald Trump begins building his team and Vice President Kamala Harris concedes.
But first, Allison Martinez in studio with what's at stake in today's hearing for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students.
Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students back in 2022, is in court today. His attorneys say they want the death penalty off the table, saying it's outdated and unconstitutional. In Idaho, the death penalty is done by lethal injection. But last year, the state passed a law that allows a firing squad if lethal injection drugs are not available. This morning, a judge will hear arguments on the matter in Boise. And you can watch by tuning into our live stream on KXLY Plus at 8 o'clock Pacific time this morning.
federal judge in Idaho has paused the execution of the state's longest-serving death row inmate. The state planned to execute Thomas Creech next Wednesday. He was originally given the death penalty for a string of murders in the 70s and 80s. Creech survived an execution attempt in February as the execution team was not able to establish an IV line to deliver the lethal chemicals. Creech's legal team appealed the death sentence at both the state and federal level, citing the execution would qualify as cruel and unusual punishment. The state denied all appeals, saying Creech cannot prove that his constitutional rights are being violated. A federal judge, though, delayed the case, saying he needs time to consider whether Creech's rights are being violated.
3 of the 4 Washington initiatives on your ballot are on track to fail. Of the 3 on track to fail, Brian Haywood, founder of Let's Go Washington, says he's the most aggravated about 2117. Now, that would repeal the Climate Commitment Act, which was designed to cap and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The other initiatives on track to fail are 2109, which would have repealed the state capital gains tax, and 2124, which sought to change Washington's long-term care insurance rules. But Initiative 2066, upholding access to natural gas, is on track to pass, ensuring continued access to natural gas.
Well, we've got the heaters fired up here the last several weeks. First alert weather, we do have cold air that has settled in. Temperatures for the last several mornings have been in the 20s. That continues to track a few high thin clouds coming across state, but that's going to be it. We're sitting at 30 in the valley, 28 Deer Park, 28 Cheney, and you got 25 in Hayden. Our day today, plenty of sunshine. Winds are going to be light, but our high today is going to be 46, which is an average high for this time of year.
Proposition 1 looks to be passing in the city of Spokane. The community safety sales tax would allocate funding to the Spokane police and fire departments, the municipal courts, and the Office of Ombuds. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown, who supported this proposition, says she is happy to see the results. The community safety sales tax would cost $1 for every $1,000 spent by both residents and visitors. The city says it'll start collecting this tax April 1st.
Well, right now, the race is still too close to call on who will represent Spokane County's 5th district on the Board of Commissioners. And those seats represent the area shaded in blue here. It includes Cheney, Airway Heights, and Medical Lake. We're still waiting on updated numbers, but as of right now, there's only a 2-point difference between incumbent Al French and challenger Molly Marshall. This is a very tight race, as you can see. So, of course, we'll update you as soon as the next round of results are released.
And culture. Brown says both representatives of Spokane Arts, the Arts Commission, and her administration will work together to create a more vibrant art community in Spokane through programming and grants that support local artists. Mayor Brown says she intends to name Skylar Oberst, the current executive director of Spokane Arts, as the office director. The city and Spokane Arts have agreed upon a 6-month contract that'll begin January 1st.
Well, the excitement in Coeur d'Alene is beginning to grow as Trader Joe's is coming to the Lake City. The sign, as you can see, is on the building there, and the sign along the road is now installed. Construction crews are putting the finishing touches on that building that used to be Rungee's Furniture. Rungee's is still on the east side of the building, and Trader Joe's will be on the west side. Of course, we'll let you know when it's set to open, which could be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
We have lots of coats available for your children to pick out at a Coats for Kids distribution site near you if you need one. 4 News Now wants to ensure every child has a good warm winter coat to keep them warm once those temperatures get really low, which is happening. You can take out your phone, scan this QR code with your camera. It'll take you to the Coats for Kids page on our website where you can see when and where those locations are open.
Coats for Kids on KXY.com, and we'll be back with the final check of weather after this.
Shop Consigned Furniture and Jewelry's Veterans Day sale now. Save up to 70% off all consigned one-of-a-kind pieces throughout the store. Veterans and active duty receive an additional 20% off.
Consigned Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
Shop Consign Furniture and Jewelry's Veterans Day sale now. Save up to 70% off all consigned one-of-a-kind pieces throughout the store. Veterans and active duty receive an additional 20% off.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
All right, good morning, everybody. Yesterday, we did have some dense fog in around our region, and this morning, not so much. We got blue sky, beautiful start to the day, but up in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint, we do have some dense fog in there. So in those areas, take it easy. Today, we're going to see sunshine. Our high today is going to be 46 degrees. Again, that's an average for this time of year. And then overnight lows down to, again, into the mid to upper 20s. Friday warming to 51. Going to be a nice day. Oh, and it's going to be Friday. But then we have the mid 40s with a real good chance of rain Saturday evening through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thanks so much for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
We will see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts now.